We're now joined by Kyle Busch, driver of the 18 M&M's Crispy Toyota, Jeff Gordon, driver of the number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet, and Kevin Harvick, driver of the number 4 Jimmy John's Budweiser Chevrolet. All three of these drivers will be competing at Homestead Miami Speedway to race for the Sprint Cup. We'll go ahead and start with you, Kyle. Kind of talk about the race tonight and then Homestead next weekend.
Yeah, our race was pretty uneventful. You know, I had a little mishap on pit road, just overshot my box a little bit, being a little bit slick, and got my guys too close to the wall. But past that, you know, we had a really good race car. The M&M Camry was fast, and you know, I felt like we had a good top 4 race car, and the long run seemed to be our friends, and we got some of those tonight. So couldn't be more pleased to finish where we did and be ready to go to Homestead.
Jeff, same question to you. Kind of talk about what you're looking forward to next week at Homestead.
Yeah, very much so. You know, we were a little concerned with how we were going to perform today, but actually it went a little bit better than we anticipated. So I think that was encouraging just as a team and in the way we analyzed everything. So, you know, we'll go do the same thing next week. But, yeah, it's a great group to be a part of, and we're excited about the opportunity to go down there. Certainly for me, you know, my final race, I can't think of anything sweeter than just having that opportunity to go down there and battle for the championship and see what happens.
Kevin, for you, it wasn't your 5th straight win here at Phoenix, but it has to be just as sweet finishing runner-up here and getting a chance to race at Homestead next weekend.
Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. You know, the car just really performed well today, and we were able to lead a lot of laps, and just really proud of the guys for the decisions that they made overnight to get that last little bit out of the car today, and how it performed was really good. So just caution came out at the wrong time, and we didn't get to make up the ground on the racetrack under green, and where Dale was pitted, and the way that they came out of the pits just didn't time out well. But still proud of our group, and you know, sometimes you win some of those things, sometimes you don't. But in the end, the big picture is what it's all about.
Thanks, Kevin. With that, we're going to open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand, state your name and affiliation. We'll start here with Bob, and then we'll come down here.
Bob Hockert, CSPN for Kevin. I mean, do you feel like you won even though you didn't, in the sense that you advanced?
No. I feel like, you know, I feel like I don't want to be greedy and be disappointed with how it went today when you look at the big picture. So, you know, I think, you know, it's definitely been a chase that's been a little bit up and down for us, but the guys have battled through, and we've survived a lot of situations to be in contention for next week. So, you know, you always want to win when you have a car like we did today, but I'll take it again next week.
We'll go down here, and then we'll work it up to Jeff.
Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. For any of the three of you, you guys have raced each other for a long time. You all know each other real well. You know each other's teams. Does anybody have an advantage going into Homestead?
Past champion probably has, if anybody has an advantage.
He's got 4 championships, so I think he's got the advantage.
Means absolutely nothing.
I got none. I'm playing with house money, so I got the advantage.
Shit, I'm playing with house money too. I don't know. I mean, I think Homestead's such a unique racetrack that you know, I think that everything you've seen up to this point really doesn't tell you what you're going to see in Homestead. It's an abrasive track. Pit strategy is extremely important, as we saw last year, running up against the wall, picking different lanes. I mean, there's going to be a lot of factors, but I don't know. I think even after Saturday's practice, you're not really going to know who's the favorite, even by lap times.
We'll go to Jeff, and then we'll check up in the press box for additional questions.
Jeff Clark, USA Today. Kyle, I'm over here. Obviously, it's been well documented that things always seem to go wrong to prevent you from getting to this point. Now you're going to have a shot at your first championship. What's your reaction, your emotion? Are you in disbelief that you've actually avoided calamity this time?
No, I guess I'm just pleased that I didn't have any bad luck. You know, we didn't necessarily have any good luck through the chase. We did in the summer, definitely. You know, we were running second, third, whatever it might have been, and then we had a good pit call or something kind of go our way with a yellow flag, and it got us our track position, got out front. We won a couple races through the summers, but it's just been pretty even keel, and I'm happy with that. I feel like we've done some good things through this chase. We've run up front. We've run strong. We also had a couple mishaps, but fortunately they weren't big enough that they eliminated us. So, we were able to persevere through those things. So, going to Homestead for the first time with an opportunity to win a championship is really awesome. It's very good for my team. I mean, Adam Stevens and these guys, I mean, they worked hard and they persevered all through the beginning part of the season when I was gone, working with, David Reagan and Eric Jones and Matt Crafton and those guys that drove my race car. But once I was able to return, it just felt pretty good to get back in the car and have my team guys, motivated and ready to have me back, and we've really excelled since then.
With that, we'll take it up to the press box. Do we have any questions up in the press box?
Question for Jeff Gordon, Wolfgang Monzer, Rennsport Press Agency from Germany. Jeff, congratulations to make it to Homestead and good luck for the race. Unfortunately, I cannot attend. But a question concerning this race, with this extreme delay of the start, you have to rethink your strategy? Was it more difficult to drive under cooler condition?
Did that change your strategy?
I think it helped our chances tonight. I think having the cooler track, thank you, made my car turn a little bit better through the center, which I really desperately needed. During the daytime yesterday, we were really having some issues with that. So I don't know if it just in general the conditions helped us, but I thought our car was far more competitive when the green flag dropped. And that's a part of us as a team and me as a driver too. I don't seem to always get the most out of it in practice and in the race. We just seem to kind of put all the pieces together and be better in the race, and that's all I can say. We were a little bit better. Plus, we were taking advantage of some of these other guys' misfortunes, had problems on pit road or the original start and issues like that, where we were able to kind of get ahead of them and maintain pretty well.
We'll go over here to
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Did any of you guys want to see NASCAR try to get the track dried and the race restarted, or did you feel like it was?
I'll take my chances and just call it good.
Yeah, I know I didn't.
Yeah, I'm with Kevin.
I think it would have been pretty interesting to see what Joey did on that restart. I will say that. But I didn't want to get caught up in whatever was going to happen.
It was going to take a while. I think we'd have as many fans as are there right now as once this thing got dried out if we were going to go again.
We'll go right over here, and then we'll take our final question over at the window.
Dominic Ottigo on the RacingExperts.com. Question for Jeff. If you lead 80 laps next week at Homestead, you hit 25,000 laps on your career. If you could just talk about what hitting that milestone would mean in your final race.
There's only one lap I want to lead, and that's the last one. Yeah, I mean, this has been incredible. The way our season's been real up and down, and then the chase, has been really solid for us. And then, of course, Martinsville, and we feel very, very fortunate and excited. And when I set out into this season and made the announcement that I made, I just hoped that this could possibly happen, and it is, and now it's not enough for us to go down there and be a part of it. We want to go there and push hard and get every single thing we can out of ourselves and our team, and see if we can't give these guys a run for their money.
And we'll finish up here with Stan.
Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com. It's really for all three of you, but Jeff, if you'll answer it first, I'd appreciate it. How hard do you work to just clear your mind of nothing but your race car when you get down to Homestead and not worry about what anybody else is doing, just yourself?
I mean, I think when you've been in the sport as long as I have, that's pretty much what we do. But it's hard not to look at the lap times and see what your competitors are doing. You try not to stress and worry too much about that, but that is kind of the benchmark of why you work on your car to make it go faster at the same time. But mainly, for me down there, it's just going to be going looking for a feel that I'm looking for, as well as pace. There's going to be a tremendous amount of distractions leading into it, and I'm going to do my best to try to eliminate the distractions once Friday starts and practice and qualifying and all that stuff. So, but this sport is all about dealing with and managing distractions. We do it every single day we're here. We do it on race day every weekend, and yeah, it'll be heightened, but I don't see it being an issue. Yeah, you guys are supposed to answer that now.
I mean, you just go down there and race. Last year I got to experience that all for the first time. It's definitely different. It's definitely there's a lot more to think about. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot more things to manage. I feel like the playbook worked okay last year, so we'll just try that again.
I'm with Jeff. There's plenty of distractions, whether you're at the racetrack or whether you're at home or whatnot. But for me, I like to stay busy, and just keep my mind off of it and not really focus too much on what the task at hand is until we get down to Homestead, until we get at the racetrack on Friday, and try to do the best we can. And like you said, once you get in the race car and you put your helmet on and you're by yourself, it's you and your crew chief, and your spotter. That's pretty much all the communication you have the rest of the time. And you just try to race these guys like you have for, I don't know, I've been doing it, I guess, now 15, 16 years. So, just like anybody else, it's a whole nother race. It's a late model race, a cup race. You just try to put it all together and make it happen at Homestead. And like Jeff said, the only lap we want to lead is the last one.
Okay, Kyle, Jeff, Kevin, thank you, and good luck next weekend at Homestead.
I should know that.